All right, second graders, this week we are doing and learning all about poetry. So tomorrow in our Wonders book, we're going to read 2 poems. So they're kind of short, they're going to be kind of quick. Today we're just going to learn the vocabulary words that go with these poems. And there's only 4 new vocabulary words. So the first one looks like the word behave. Just a second. It looks like the word behave. It looks like it could be a compound word, but it's not. So how would you pronounce it, Raylan?
I don't know, I just knew the word.
What is it? You're right.
Behave.
Behave. This is a sight word. You cannot sound this word out because it does not come out as behave. So it is behave. So let's listen to the word, please.
Behave. The boy is teaching the dog to behave.
All right. So the example is the boy is teaching the dog to behave. Now, when you behave, you act in a way that is good or correct. So I want you to think of a way that you behave in Mrs. Murphy's classroom. What is a way that you act good or you do something correctly? Rain, what do you think?
Not talking, like not blurting.
Not talking when you're not supposed to be talking or blurting. Good. So when you're not blurting, you are behaving. Good example. Brooklyn.
Being quiet while someone's reading a book.
Yep. When we're AR reading, if you're being quiet, when somebody's reading, you are behaving. Good example. Hayden.
Listening to the teacher.
Listening to your teacher. Excellent example. That is definitely behaving. Wyatt.
So one thing, the first thing, behave is a compound word. There's 2 words.
It is, but is that how we pronounce it? No. It looks like it could be a compound word, but it's not. Because it wouldn't make sense to say behave. Right? Okay. Think of, say it one more time, Wyatt, please.
Kind language.
Kind language, using kind words. Good example. That is definitely how you would behave in Mrs. Murphy's room. Ellie A.
Don't shout out the answer if you know it.
Yep, don't shut it out.
That's what
Good. Unless Mrs. Murphy wants you to maybe. Sometimes I ask you all to say it at once. That's a little different. Lewis, how do you behave in Mrs. Murphy's room?
Behave. On the top, like behave at home with your mom.
Okay, give me an example of how you behave at home.
You behave and don't jump on the couch.
Oh, good example. Good example. Okay,
Don't get hurt.
right.
I don't.
At school, you don't jump on the furniture either, right?
You jump on your cheese like this.
Yep, but you shouldn't be. You got to be careful. Addie, how do you behave at school?
You don't, like when you're in trouble, you don't slap your teacher the side of the face.
Well, I would hope not. Yes, you keep your hands to yourself, right?
Because the coronavirus.
Well, yes, but we should just keep our hands to ourselves in general. Good example. Ingrid, how do you behave?
You behave with your iPad. You don't throw it on the ground.
Right, behave, take care of your materials or your iPads. Okay, I'm going to take the last 3 and then we're going to move on. Hayden, another example. How do you behave at school or in Mrs. Murphy's room?
Can I do one at home?
Okay, really quickly. Louis,
Listen to your parents.
what was that? Wyatt? Hayden, what was that?
Listen to your parents.
Listen to your parents.
That's what
Good job.
I'm saying.
Wyatt.
Follow the rules of social distancing.
Follow your social distancing rules. Good example. And last one, Rain, what is a way to behave in the classroom?
No jumping on the lockers.
Definitely. Don't jump on lockers. Don't hang out.
Don't roll on top.
Definitely. Good example.
I mean, like that.
Okay, now, our next word is flap, but I'm going to double the P because it's short and then add ing. So it's flapping. Repeat after me.
Flapping.
Flapping. The bird was flapping its wings quickly.
Oh, Mrs. Murphy just noticed I don't have my speakers in this morning. Just 1 second here. So that was kind of quiet.
Addie could probably hear it.
She could. Let's do it one more time.
Flapping. The bird was flapping its wings quickly. Flapping. If something is flapping, It is moving up and down.
All right. So flapping is moving up and down. So right now, show me how you could flap your arms like a bird does. Show me.
I'm a midget
Good
birdie.
job. That is flapping.
I'm a midget birdie.
Okay. The next one, you can stop your flapping arms. The next word is so cute. This one. Okay, look at the word. Express. Express. Say that one more time. Ready?
Express. This baby is smiling to express how he feels.
So when you express your feelings,
She's so cute.
you tell or show how you feel about something. So right now, I know it's hard for Mrs. Murphy to see because we have masks on, but with your face, and I can see your eyes because your eyes can express this too. Express a sad face. Express a happy face.
It like stuff goes
Your
like
cheeks go up and you can see your eyes. Express a excited face. Lewis, mask up, or I'm gonna clip you down. Thank you. All right, now express a scared face.
I don't have a scared
Express a surprised face. Oh. Okay.
What about a mad face?
All right. Express. Did I do? Okay, I did sad. Let's do mad. Show me mad. Show me angry.
I was mad this morning at my mom.
Good. Good. So you guys not only can express your words, express with words. A lot of times your face shows expression too, and a lot of times your face should match your words. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the last one. Oh, look at this beautiful peacock. Now, we can't spell this word out because it should be feathers because there's two vowels and the E should be long, but it's not. It's breaking the rules. So this one is a short E. It is feathers. Repeat after me. Feathers. One more time. I didn't hear everybody.
Feathers.
Good job. Now I did.
Feathers. A peacock is covered in colorful feathers. Feathers. Feathers are the soft things that cover a bird's body.
Okay, so feathers are the soft things that cover a bird's body. Now, I want you to think of some feathers that you have seen maybe on the ground outside, and I want you to describe them. So when you look at a peacock's feathers, they are so different than any other kind of feather. So Addie, what feathers have you seen?
I saw a peacock because I went to a zoo with my aunt and my grandma toy.
Okay, and what did those feathers look like, the peacock's?
They were like,
Were they long?
yeah, they were long and colorful.
Long and colorful.
And
Good.
I got another thing. Why did it go rainbow?
I know, when you looked at it, did you guys see the peacock feathers?
Yeah.
Look again.
Feathers.
See them sparkling?
Feathers are the soft things that cover a bird's body.
I know.
Because they are very colorful. I think they wanted to show you they're very colorful.
Yeah.
Because that's not what... No. Not when you're blurting. If you would raise your hand and ask nicely, then yes. Wyatt.
So my grandma showed me a picture and of a peacock, and it used to be it used to be my grandpa's friend, and his name was Pete.
Cool.
Pete the peacock.
Pete the peacock. Now, what did his feathers look like? Addie said they were long and colorful. What could you add to that? What else did they look like?
I don't know. I just saw him in a picture.
Oh, you just saw it in a picture. Okay.
He's long gone.
Okay. All right. Hayden, what kind of feathers have you found?
Blue jays.
Blue jays. And what color were they?
Blue and black.
Blue and black. And then were they long, short, medium? What was the size?
Kind of like this.
Okay. So they were a little bit shorter, definitely than peacocks. Brooklyn, what feathers have you found? Or seen, maybe?
Peacocks.
Okay.
I found more, but I don't know what it's called.
That's okay.
to a zoo and saw them, but I got a peacock.
Okay.
And the feathers were long,
Okay.
and the dads were really long. The dads were like
Okay.
yellow,
Yellow, blue, colorful.
blue, and purple. And then the babies were like whole pink. And
Pink?
then the mom.
I don't think the babies are pink.
No, the feathers.
A peacocks?
Yeah.
I don't think the babies are. If it was a flamingo, yeah.
No, the feathers only pink. And then because it was just a baby, it's gonna get more colors in it.
Yeah, but I don't think they started out as pink. Okay,
not
all right,
all do.
LEA.
Robin.
A robin! Thank you for a new example. Okay, I don't want any more peacock's feathers. How about a robin? What color were they?
Reddish and black.
Perfect. Were they long, short, medium?
Short.
Short. LES, what did you? Oh, sorry, just a second.
The tail was really long.
The tail was very long. Good example. LES.
I have two.
Okay,
My dog's, well, that's a flamingo feather.
okay, what color are they? Pink. Do you know if they were long or short, or did you not know the size?
They're like this big.
Okay, good example. Did you have one more? No. Good example, the flamingo. Rain.
It was by Titan's house. This tiny bird, it was a baby one.
Yeah.
It fell from a tree and its feathers were like this tiny.
They were super tiny. Good example.
And it was like a little red because the blood and brown and
Brown.
Were you live
Okay.
by Tyson?
All right. The last person is Corla, because I've been calling Corla for feathers. Corla, what kind of feathers have you seen?
Well, I have a whole bucket of feathers, and there's a lot. There's some like this size, and there's some like really big ones.
Do you know what kind they were? Okay. I was thinking, because a lot of times around here we see pheasant. So Mrs. Murphy sees pheasant feathers, and they're about this long, and they're brown and with black on them. So they're not very colorful, but that's another one that you might see around here because there's lots of pheasants.
Always do.
Okay, now we are going to stop our vocabulary words for today, and we're going to do a worksheet that goes with them. And Liddy, would you come up here? And would you give everybody, really quickly, Liddy, I want to see how fast you can do this, a vocabulary worksheet. Even if they're not here, would you set it on their desk? And,
But just
all right, put your name on the top really quickly.
Miss Murphy. The funny thing about birds is well, not trying to be rude, but it's kind of funny as they run into windows because they think it's open. It's funny.
It's not funny because they will die. They're blind. They can't see windows.
It's kind of funny.
Birds run into my nana's window.
They're not blind.
Yeah, they die because
Brooklyn. It's no different than a deer running into your car. I mean, it happens. Animals sometimes run into things.
Yeah, my mom did this.
Just like you guys sometimes run into things too.
why did you take my
Okay,
boot?
try to keep it up as much as you can. Keep going, Libby. Keep going. You're doing a good. Great job.
Miss Murphy. I was talking to my mom once and I ran into the window.
That happens too, doesn't it?
I ran into the wall.
Were you okay?
Yeah. I fell on the floor. I got hit the bone like a 90-mile-an-hour baseball.
Okay. Name at the top, please.
Can't wait to
And on this paper today, I'm going to have you do the top by yourself. I will read it, but I want you to put in the words that go in the correct blank. Thank you. Does anyone not have one? Okay, Louis, that's good. Come on. All right, name at the top. Here are our words. We have the word behave, which is up here. We have the word feathers. We have express, and we have flappy. So use what you know about the words in the sentences to choose the word that makes sense in each blank. Then write the word on the line. So you do not need to worry about writing it right here on that little line. Write it down here, okay? That's why they gave you 2 lines. Don't worry about putting it up there. So number 1 says, Mrs. Murphy's gonna make it really big so you can see it. The crow has black blank. So think, is it behave, feathers, express, flapping? I want you to write it on that long line. The crow has black blank. And then if I were you, circle that word and don't use it again, because you're only going to use these words 1 time. So the crow has black blank. Behave, feathers, express, flapping. Okay, if you're coming in from Mrs. Alm's room, I want you guys to do your best.
Why is there tiny lines?
Right on the big one.
Right on the big line. So my second graders that came in, here is our words. Behave,
Yeah.
feathers, express, flapping. Have you done them with Mrs. Alm?
We know.
Yes, good. Okay, I want you to fill in the first one. The crow has black blank. Is it feather? Oh, behave, feathers, express, flapping. You fill it in. Do not write it on that tiny line. I don't know why they have you do both, but write it on the big line, okay?
Miss Murphy, I wrote it on the small.
You can do both, but I want you to write on the big line, okay?
Okay.
Write it right now, okay? Tyson, what is it? The crow has black, behave, feathers, express, flapping.
Okay, I know now.
Okay, write it on that long line.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You told me.
Number 2, the bird is able to fly by blank its wings. The bird is able to fly by blank its wings. So is it behave its wings, feathers its wings, express its wings, or flapping its wings?
I was writing the first one, so I couldn't hear you read it.
Okay, Tyson, I'll read it again. The bird is able to fly by blank its wings. Just look it down. So what does it do with its wings? Is it behave its wings, flapping its wings, feathers its wings, or express its wings?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, number 3. Did you have a question, Elliot?
You can always X off the little line.
You could. The children blank by following the classroom rules. So the children behave, feathers, express, or flapping by following the classroom rules. What are they doing? What are the children doing? We talked about this with Mrs. Murphy.
These are really easy.
Number 4, I blank myself by writing in a journal. You will catch up. I blank myself by writing in a journal. I behave, I feathers, I express, or I flapping.
We're going to do number 5.
That's so
Okay.
easy.
Now, when you're done with number 4, you're going to go on to part B, and you're going to choose one of these words. And you are, from the box above, write the word in a sentence of your own. So I want you to think of a word. So you can say, I express myself by smiling. Or I behave at school. Or I behave at home. Or the bird has feathers. Or the bird is flapping its wings. So I want you to write a sentence today. Make sure it's capitalized. Make sure you're using one of these words. Make sure you have a period.
But anything at the end that's like...
And sound it out as best you can. Mrs. Murphy is not going to mark it wrong if you spell it wrong. I just want you to sound it out. Make sure you have finger spaces between words. Okay, go ahead and get started. And when you're done, hand it into reading. And then quietly come back to your desk.